Oh,
Okay, I'm recording now.
All right, great. Good morning. Nice to see everyone here this morning. We have some new faces. Scott, it's nice to see you, of course. And the ladies from the college, Cassie and Jasmine, it's a privilege to have you girls here up so bright and early, because I know you college students need your beauty rest in the morning, so you made a sacrifice to join us, and I appreciate it. Thank you. So what we usually do here is we usually start off with the pledge, and Stan will lead us in a little prayer after, and then we'll have some announcements and find out what's going on with you girls with the Circle K Club and what you have planned for the year. Maybe you can give us a little update, and that would be awesome. So if you would just please, let's see, do I? Oh, here, gotta get my flag. Gets a little wrinkled sometimes. It's not real flexible. So anyway, if you just please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. Stan, would you lead us in a little prayer, please?
Yeah, sure. Let's bow our heads, please. Dear God, we thank you for this organization, for this time to come together in fellowship, the few that we are. We thank you for sending us some new guests, some people from the college. Scott, we ask that you guide us in the work that we strive to do in the community, even though it's hard to do during this time with everything going on. We ask that you watch over those that are suffering from the surrounding fires, as well as the coronavirus, that they might have problems. We ask all of this in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Stan. We also want to keep Valerie in our prayers down south of Salinas. I guess she's been waiting. I think they've got some evacuations orders going on around her. So I think Lori Rossman, the lieutenant governor, was supposed to have a meeting the other day, and I'm pretty sure that probably got canceled because I think she's going to stick around down there. Let's see, what else have we got going? So girls, Jasmine or Cassie, which one of you would like to fill us in a little bit about what's going on with the Circle KI Club out at Cal State Stanislaus? Cassie, you want to speak first?
I can do that, yes.
Great, thank you.
So thank you, Dr. Martin, for inviting us here. But we're here because yesterday we had our first officer meeting of the semester, because our new semester starts this Monday, and we want to figure out what we're doing now that all of our courses are online. And so CKI decided that we're going to have 4 monthly meetings, one of which is going to be an officer meeting, one of which is going to be a member meeting. Then we're going to have a social event and a service event, mostly online, as it's going to be hard to get people to come to do anything in person at first. We're going to try and start some online programs, but a lot of us are local, so we are available for volunteering if you have any projects that you guys are working on. But otherwise, we're just going to keep trying to form the club in spite of COVID.
Well, I appreciate all your hard work and your effort, because it is a tough time. And I hope everything goes well, and I hope we get out of this situation as soon as we can. Mm-hmm. So stay safe, and much good luck toward you. Of course, as yes, David.
Can I interrupt a little bit, and
maybe just a little bit?
Okay, I'll interrupt a lot.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I can ask Jasmine if she wouldn't mind telling about the new board position that the club's trying to create, if she remembers. If not, then we'll ask Cassie. I was just gonna, the teacher in me wants to get everybody to talk.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's a little too early for me to remember.
Yes, we have been advised by our other local CKIs that are in California to elect a Kiwanis family representative, someone to come to these meetings, someone to organize projects that you guys might need help with for us. So that's something we're hoping to do in September once the semester gets started, so we can have a little more face-to-face with you all.
Perfect. Okay. I'm sure Mr. Martin has somebody in mind. And we'll talk about that later. We might talk if we ever get the club back together. We'll probably have to have a member before that happens. So we'll talk about it, and we'll have somebody representing the club at your meetings.
Oh.
Like everything else, everything will be on Zoom.
I think they're talking about the other way, Larry. I think they're talking about a person that comes to our meeting early in the morning.
Oh, okay. Well, Allison, you'll be in charge of that project, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, I'll attend any meeting they invite me to. That's for sure. But
Yeah, I would too. I have no problem getting involved with it. Now that I'll have more time because I'm past president, I'll be happy to be a liaison between the college and the club. Of course, as everyone knows, right now, having projects and having fundraisers is a tough situation. And we happen to have a fundraiser going on tomorrow. I don't know if you've heard about it or not, but we're doing a drive-through tri-tip barbecue dinner for 4 people. Tickets have already been pre-sold. We're going to have some club members down at Lative's parking lot from about 12 to 5, or I think the drive-through is supposed to be from 1 to 5, but I think we're getting down there a little early to set up. And we've sold about 300 dinners, and hopefully everybody will have a nice meal of tri-tips, beans, salad, cornbread muffins, and so you're more than welcome to come by and just take a look and meet some of the members there. We won't have a ton of members. We'll have like I don't know, 4, 5, 6 members on 2 different shifts. Shifts are going to be from 12 to 2:30 and 2:30 to 5. Mr. Martin will be there most of the day because he's going to be handling the money. And, I have some money for you for that occasion. And so anyway, we'll have a pop-up out there so we can sit in the shade. We'll have some water. We'll have, hopefully it won't be quite as hot. So if you don't have to stay any length of time, if you just want to meet a couple of the members and see what's going on, you're more than welcome to come by and check us out. But right now, that's about all we've got planned right now. We're kind of scrambling. It's tough to decide what type of projects to have because we can't have big groups of people gathering for various reasons, mostly because the state says we can't. But Kiwanis also says that we can't have large gatherings at this time also. So we thought this might be a little way. And we're going to do pretty good on this. If everything goes good, we should do pretty good. We should make hopefully close to $6,000 on this fundraiser. And that'll be the second biggest fundraiser we've had since March. And Mr. Martin has been very active in both of them, and he's done a super job. We call him Super Dave in the club. So he and Chris they're fairly new members compared to Stan and Larry, and they have stepped up and done a tremendous job. Mrs. Martin is going to be a co-secretary, and I hear she has a.
It's way too official.
What's that?
Martin, that's just weird and official.
It's getting close. I hear you got a training session. I hear Lori's been in touch with you on the training session.
She has.
Good, and I know you're going to do an awesome job because that's the type of person you are. So I have high expectations, Chris.
Yeah, thanks.
I think also to update the club members who are watching via recording, we did have 6 meals for 4 people donated, where people donated their ticket, and those will be going to Helping Hands Ministry. Today, I'm actually going to drop off the tickets. They'll go through the drive-through on behalf of their organization, and then they're going to deliver them to the homeless camps along First Street. Liz actually is running all the camp cleanups, so she's going to take those out to families who will use them over the weekend to eat, and then she can store anything that is not used on Saturday and do the same thing on Sunday.
Awesome, great. Now, we may have a few dinners that people don't pick up or they forget, or our numbers are a little skewed. Big word, huh, Dave? Are you proud of that word?
Yeah, we can always donate more meals. She's more than happy to come and pick up more meals, but I have The donate tickets, Rufus sold some and I sold some as well. We actually wrote donate on the back of the tickets that we sold that people donated, and I put them all in an envelope, and she's going to go through the drive-through and get those ones.
Okay.
Right off the bat. But we can, I have her number. We can always call her at the end of the day if we had more that we wanted to donate. But I didn't want to see food go to waste, and I knew that there were people who weren't local who wanted to purchase food that couldn't necessarily come get it on Saturday. So
Great. Thank you. Awesome job. So you get an idea of what we're doing, ladies? we like to raise money, but we like to help people too. And we especially like to help.
This is the world's smallest meeting. All like 5 of us are here other than them. I mean.
I know. It's
usually
just,
at least we have 2 screens of people. Today's a little sad.
Well, maybe it's the smoke. Maybe everybody's smoking and sleeping in or something. I don't know.
Well, and also it's harvest season, so I know a lot of our farmers are shaking the L out of the almonds right now. So
that is true. Scott, how you been? Any updates in your world?
Oh, just working and more working.
Okay. All right. Well, if you get a chance to come by the barbecue tomorrow, you know you're welcome too. We can always find something for you to do. I don't know if any of you know, but I may not be there tomorrow. We'll just have to wait and see. My son and daughter-in-law are coming up from San Diego to visit my mother, who was put on hospice Wednesday. She's taken a turn for the worse, you might say, in the health department. And so they thought it was best that they put her on hospice. So we're able to actually go in and see her at Paramount, one at a time. So they're coming up to talk to their grandma. So I may not be at the event tomorrow, but I've got people that will do a great job and take care of it, like the Martins. So that if I'm not there, that's the reason. It's not because I bailed on the guys. I just right now my mother's my top priority. So I may or may not be there. Let's see what else. And speaking of that, you know, this has been a wild ride dealing with Mike Lopez as chairman of an event. Now, you guys will never understand it completely, but I think you have an idea. And this has been quite an experience. I don't know if I'd ever want to go through an experience like this again, because Mike's a little flighty, and you wonder, is he really going to follow through with a few things? But actually, he's actually turning out. It's going to be a good event. He's actually got some things organized, and we've been I've tried to be in constant contact with him just to make sure he's still on the right path. So I think it sounds like he's got everything pretty well lined up. We got ice chests coming in. I think we could have sold more tickets if we would have had them a little earlier. I mean, I had no trouble selling the tickets. Everyone I asked to purchase a ticket did. And I even have one person that's out of town, and he gave me $20 just to throw into the treasurer. So I think if we had had another week, I think we could have sold 400 or 500 tickets. I mean,
So Larry, do I take my money to the barbecue, or do I take my money to you?
You know what? Is it possible for you just to hang on to it till like Monday or Sunday night?
I love holding on to piles of other people's money. I'm in.
Why don't I hook up with you on Sunday night and get your money, and then I will take everything to Angelina on Monday.
Perfect.
She's out of town till later tonight, and I don't know if she's going to be over at the barbecue or not. Now, Mary Ann is working on it, but I think I'd rather give the money directly to Angelina. And you can take it with, if you're going over to the barbecue, if you want to take it with you, and if she's there, you're more than welcome to give it to her.
I'll be there, so if people want to drop the money off with me, that would be acceptable.
Okay, there's a choice. I just don't want you to get robbed down to the latest parking lot.
Enough of us. I think there'll be enough of us to be safe.
And do we have waters and everything for the people that are going to be out there when it's 110 tomorrow?
Mike said he's bringing water, and now we've got a lot of ice chests. I think one ice chest is dedicated toward water. They've got to, I guess, keep those salads maybe cool in an ice chest. So that's kind of, I think, with the ice chest, and maybe putting the meat and the beans in there too. I don't know, but we've got, I think I know Norma has 2 100-quart ice chests, and Mike said I think he's got like about 6 or 7. So we have quite a few large ice chests. And they said they'd have a pop-up. They're going to have cones out there kind of dividing the traffic zones and lanes so that people know which way to go. He's got the banner. The banner's going to be hung up or put up somewhere. I'm not quite sure what his idea is on that. So he expects, I think he has, at last I heard, somewhere around 15 or 16 extra dinners that people that are driving by, if they want to buy, they can buy. So if we have 15, there's another $750 that Mr. Martin will get to count and keep track of. So I hope he has that problem tomorrow. So I think it's gonna go well. So it'll be nice to have that 6,000 that will help, the youth, the community next year for you, Allison, that you can give some money away, because it's quite a long time between October and May. So,
yes, but also working with someone to set up a fundraiser for September, where we would sell wine and cheese boards delivered to your house.
okay.
So I'm trying to get a price from her and how that works. I briefly talked to her very early on, and we had agreed to circle back in August. So here we are in August. And so I'm going to see what we can do about that. But it'll be just a nice intro to fall fundraiser that you can also send to your friends or however you want to do that. So. Okay,
perfect. Oh, one other thing, Dave. A gentleman by the name of Jose, and I can't remember his last name. He's with the Turlock chaplaincy program, the ones that does the character coaches for the different schools here in Turlock. And they're thinking about doing a tri-tip dinner drive-through, and he just was going to come out and try to get some ideas and see how we have it set up. So I told him that he's more than welcome to come out. He's actually, I think, with the Turlock Police Department, or was, maybe he's retired, and he's been in charge of the Turlock chaplaincy program. It's a volunteer organization for about 4 years, I think. So he might show up, and if you're there, make sure you introduce yourself, and if he's just, I think, going to be observing. He's not going to be participating or helping unless you need some help. Put him to work. What the heck? So don't be shy in putting him to work if he needs to go to work.
Okay.
Let's see, what else do I have?
For those who are so inclined, the September inauguration, I don't know what is that event actually
Installation.
called? Installation. I feel like that makes me sound like a light bulb. I'm being installed. I did get catering for that for free, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. And it will be broadcast live for people who want to watch it from home. And I will send that link to Chris so she can send it out to everybody like the week before.
Okay, and you need to keep your link to these Friday mornings. Chris mentioned in her email that this is the sign-up address that we're going to be using, I guess, in the future. Correct, Chris?
Yeah, it'll be the same. I mean, I'll still send out a reminder with it, but just in case anybody just saves it on their
okay.
device, you can always look up previous meetings and just click on that.
Perfect. Okay, that's a good idea. Let's see. Who did you get to cater the installation, Allison?
We are getting our catering from, it's coming from Cotta's Kitchen, but it's not donated by Cotta's Kitchen. How's that?
Okay, well, I didn't expect them to donate it. I think, they're having a tough time too.
Yeah, no, we're going to pay Cotta's. They're getting paid. I asked someone who was like, very eager to donate something and help out for my inauguration and kept asking me if they could do something. I was like, well, the only thing we're doing is the catering. And the person was like, well, I'll pay for the catering then. And I said, oh, thank you for your lovely donation, because it was someone who wanted to say congratulations, I guess, and we'll take that. And it's a lovely gift for those of us who don't have to pay for it.
That is very generous of that person, who that is, and we need to make sure that we send them a thank you note afterwards, or
We will.
whenever that time arises. We need to acknowledge them if you want to.
Yeah, and I talked to the 2 people that I have filling out memberships, and I think they're going to fill them out to start in October. It doesn't sound like either one cares about the free month, so I should have those shortly.
Okay. And speaking of those members, Norma and I will be getting a hold of the 2 new members that we voted in last board meeting, and they're going to try. I'm going to try to talk them into joining the DCM meeting on August the 28th. The presidents all get together at 5:30 to 6:15, and then all the other members are going to come on at 6:30. The president of our district will be on the meeting, and Lori wants to have him install some new members. I think the North Modesto Club has 2 or 3 members. We have 2 members, and I think there's one other club that has 1 member. So I've heard like 5 or 6 new members are going to try to be installed at that time. Because Kiwanis membership, is being affected by this virus too. People tend to get out of the habit of going to meetings and so forth, and they say, hey, it's not a bad idea that we're not doing this or not being involved right now. And so why should we pay our membership dues when we're really not, doing anything? But I think our club is going to go down a little bit. I know we've lost, I think I've heard 3. Paul Rando and his wife have moved to San Luis Obispo. It's been their dream to move down there after retirement. So now they have moved down there. We lost another member who decided not to rejoin. 1 member we carried last year, Chris. I can't remember Chris's last name. I was hoping that he would stay, but he is not going to be staying. So there's the 3 that I know of, and there could be a few more. I'm sure that as the dues come due and the people don't pay them, that we'll have to be contacting them and finding out what their ideas are. But we'll gain membership as soon as we get back open. The way this club operates, we'll start hitting the pavement, and we will up that membership just like we have been doing. So we may take a little drop. I don't think there's going to be too many clubs that don't take a little hit, but I know that we have some awesome people in our club, and I think most of them will stay with the club because they really believe in what we do. And I have the utmost confidence in everybody, and even the new members like Scott. I think we've got him hooked, and we just got to, as soon as we can, we got to get back to doing what we like to do best, and that's serving the community. So, and we do an update. I got an email from Lori, and it looks like the other Turlock club is going to disband. So they are in the process of starting that process, and hopefully they will be joining us before October 1st so we can find out how many of those 11 people want to stay with our club. Now, a couple of those kids from the college that graduated from the college, they get a 2 free-year membership. And so we have to figure out how many of those are going to stay with us, and they'll have another year of membership. As far as Trina is already a member, as far as I know, she's going to stay. Joe,
We probably need to find out sooner than later what happens to their key club.
well, we will, if we will be inheriting their key club. Now I know they have the Pittman Key Club, but I kind of learned that they may also do a key club at Denair High School, and I didn't know there was a key club at Denair High School. I'm not Denair, Delhi. So we may be picking up 2 key clubs. Now,
Okay.
Joe has been the advisor at Pittman. Now, if he joins our club, I think, not sure, but I think we can. I think he will still like to be the advisor at Pittman, and I don't have a problem with that. I don't know if you do, Allison.
No,
But,
no.
they're familiar with them, and if he wants to do that, I think that'd be a good thing.
I just don't want anybody to go without a key club advisor because we don't know that we're getting a key club. That would be my fear.
Yeah, well,
Well, and next week next week is Club Rush for Pittman. And so hopefully they have somebody still advising them so that they're doing Club Rush, because that's a lot of kids that key club's super active.
right.
A lot of stuff.
Well, I'll reach out to Trina and see if Joe is still going to be active in that key club now and later. Maybe I can get an idea from Trina if Joe's willing to do it.
Okay.
And then I'll also ask Trina at that time if they have the Delhi High School, because I wasn't aware of it. So we may inherit 2 key clubs. I don't know, which is fine, because we got to keep them all involved with Kiwanis and the best we can. So anyway, that looks like that's happening. Lori sent an email back to Joe asking him some of those questions that I just was talking about how many members might roll over to the Turlock Club. Bless you. And if he's interested in staying a member of Kiwanis. And so she's asked him some tough questions. So hopefully we'll hear back and see what the deal. But I'll still reach out to Trina and touch base with her. So there we may gain. I hate to see the club fold, but they were too small to do fundraisers. I mean, they have very little money in their treasury, and by the time they get to our club, I don't know if any of that money will be rolled over. It's right now. 3 months ago it was $400, so it's probably less than that by now. So there won't be much money if that, and I don't even know how that works. I don't know if that money has to be.
Many of us are worried about the money part so much as we'd be worried about losing a key club or an elementary school club if we didn't know it existed. So
Right. That's more important. So, but there's a lot of facets. I guess there's some, there's a procedure they have to go through to disband. And so one other thing, Lori said that our Denair Key Club is suspended right now or something, and I've got Marianne looking into it. They may not have paid their dues last year, and we're trying to find out why the Denair Key Club is suspended, and I don't know the answer. But right now, Houston and Turlock is in good shape, as far as I know, and we're looking into what's going on with the Denair Key Club. So that's pretty much all the good and the bad and the ugly. This air is the ugly part for sure. So everyone, stay inside if you can. Don't go outside and breathe that air, because it's not something we need. Does anyone else have any input or comments? Stan, you got anything going on besides beer at 8?
I hope everybody enjoyed the breakfast.
I actually have an Action Club update.
Okay, well let's hear it.
So just so Jasmine and Cassie know, Action Club is Kiwanis' version for adults with disabilities. And we started we picked the worst time possible to decide to let's start an Action Club, because we started working on this end of February, beginning of March, and then, the last 6 months has happened. So we've had a hard time getting people involved and members going. We have had an informational session with people. I work for an organization that works with people with disabilities, and then one of the people from the North Kiwanis have somebody who works for another organization that we're working together on it. We actually have 2 Kiwanis clubs supporting the Action Club. So we are going to have another informational meeting on September 4th at our Buddy Club event that we're doing from Society and UCP. And we have some people who are already interested. And so we're trying to get the 15 charter members like, yay, we want to do this. So hopefully we'll be able to get those done on September 4th. So we'll actually be able to be an official club. So that's where we're at.
And that's something new that is new with our club, especially because we've never joined forces with another Kiwanis club to have a joint venture. And this is kind of exciting for us because it is something new. And it's only because of Chris Martin pushing us along and getting us involved, and Valerie. And
Valerie is the pushing force behind a lot of things.
That's true. So it's exciting because it's on the ground level, and you guys can watch things develop from the ground and see how it becomes successful and how things are run. So it might be a good thing for one of you or somebody in your group to kind of follow along to see how things progress in that new club.
Yeah, and there will be opportunities to work together also. You know, we definitely plan to do service activities and stuff once we can safely reconvene. So yeah, it'll be a good opportunity.
And they were also talking about at one time starting another club up around Coulterville, and now they got a big fire up there around Don Pedro. So that's hopefully that'll be a new Kiwanis club that we form in our area at some point in time too. So there's going to be opportunities for you young people from the college to see how things work. Also, speaking of the Action Club, if we need to reissue some new current checks, you need to let us know.
Hey, by the way, Larry, the check is going to be expiring here shortly, so we're going to need a new check. That was what I was supposed to tell you. I might have forgotten that.
Okay,
we'll get that. Valerie was supposed to be coming this next week, but I think the fires may prevent her from actually coming because she was going to take care of getting this and notifying you, but she will be in touch with you about that.
Okay, yeah, just give me maybe give me a day's notice or something so I can run down to Angelina and get the check.
Well, and we're not even having the meeting until September 4th, where we're hoping to have the 15 charter members sign up. So it's fine. We're good.
Okay. All right. I just want you to know that I hear of things going on, Chris.
Hey, you know what, Larry? I bet you do.
So anyhow, anybody else? Allison, you got anything to add?
Oh, I hope not.
Good.
I hope not, because I don't remember anything else. So if it was my responsibility, it's gone now.
Well, good. Well, we're not going to hold you accountable for any more than you can handle. Ladies, it's been great meeting you and seeing you. I think, Cassie, we've met before. I think at some event, and as you get older, you forget what event it was, but I remember meeting you at some event. So, and I was impressed with the young lady you are, and I know you're going to do a fantastic job because I'm a pretty good judge of character, and you are a good character. So that'll be awesome to watch how you develop the club out at Cal State Stanislaus. Under these circumstances, it's going to be tough, I can tell you that, but I know you're up to the challenge and you will do good. And if you need a little boost, I know the guy that is capable of doing that, and he will be there to support you in any way, shape, or form. So don't hesitate to ask questions. Don't hesitate to, look for other means of information. And we're always here to help you. We don't want to see you fail in any way, shape, or form. So all of us are behind you 100%. Whatever you guys need, we will try to help you get it and achieve it. So I just want you to know you have our 100% support from the Kiwanis Club of Greater Turlock.
We appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you for having us.
Well, I'm glad you're here. Jasmine, I hope you wake up sometime today, and it's a productive day for you. It is a Friday, and your vacation time is short-lived, so enjoy it. I hope you girls can go back to college and see your professors up close and personal as soon as you can. My granddaughter goes to Channel Islands in Camarillo along the coast, and she's a junior this year. And so far, she's been to school, I think, a total of maybe 2 semesters out of 4 because of different things gone on down there. And she's already, of course, she's at home doing her schooling from home, and she's been told she's going to be home all year. So I hope that changes, but it's just a tough time. So we're all in it together, and hopefully that the virus and the fires go away as soon as the good Lord gets them out of here. And I'm ready for it. So you guys, everyone, stay safe. Scott, hang in there, buddy. And we're gonna see you back in the club soon, or not in the club, but back in person. And maybe you can drive by tomorrow and see what's happening at the deal, and we're going to have opportunities for you to get more involved. I know Allison's going to get you involved, so be ready. Be ready. I'm warning you.
I apologize in advance. My child is literally giggling so loud over Animal Crossing right now. I don't know if you guys can hear her, so I'm gonna mute because I don't know what's happening, but it must be hilarious.
Good. Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you later.
I'll try to be there to set up tomorrow. I got a busy weekend, but I'll try to swing by and do my part tomorrow.
Perfect. I appreciate that, Scott. Thank you very much. All right, you people, the members, you guys everyone have a great weekend. Stay safe. Don't go out and breathe this ugly air unless you actually have to. And have a great weekend. And we hope tomorrow is a better weather day and be a great fundraiser day. So we'll hope to see everyone come by and say hello tomorrow if possible. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next Friday. Thanks for the Martins for hosting and doing a great job as usual. And David, I will definitely see you get the money. If you need it today for any reason, let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably just bring it tomorrow about noon when I come down and start setting up or help setting up for a little bit. Perfect? All right, great. Thanks, and you guys have a safe weekend, and I love you guys all, so take care. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.